more bliss, more life. I'm hoping y'all can hear me. My computer was just giving me like a very hard time, man. And usually it doesn't. It's probably time to upgrade, but funds is a little funny, so it's probably not gonna happen anytime soon. The struggle of an artist, you know. That's how it goes. So today, I started this picture last night, and I was thinking like, man, I probably should have did this online, and I probably should have done this from the beginning process to the end process. But I clearly wasn't even thinking about it. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I already started on it. I was feeling that vibe, and I just went straight in for the kill, man. It's crazy. But, you know what I'm saying? This is based off my comic book, which I just released the first issue, like maybe like 2 weeks ago. Not even 2 weeks ago, probably. I mean, I had it done for some while, but I knew I had spelling errors and stuff like that, so I just ran through a couple of people so they can like read over it. Because, you know, sometimes, you know, you don't see your own mistakes and stuff like that, so just let a few people check it out. So the guy that y'all looking at right here, it's one of my main characters for my comic. The name of my comic is That's the Real Truth. That is the tidal wave at the top. This character name is L. And yeah, I mean, the comic book is pretty cool. You guys should check it out. I'll put a link below this video. Let's see. Start cutting some of these layers off, and I'll start letting you guys see some of the work I put in behind it. I think I might leave that brick wall in. I'll turn that layer off. Trying to see where's that sketch. So this is the sketch I started off with. I just did it in pencil, and I drew it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted him to be in a real cool pose. In the comic book, he's actually supposed to be the more chill one. It's two main characters. Well, actually, it's not. Man, I can't even say it's two main characters, but it's two solid characters. I feel like it's a lot of main characters in it. But this is who the story is. It's really been circled around, and it follows these guys. Pretty much, it follows them on their journey, you know, to find themselves, to learn who they are. They wake up in a time that's not their own, pretty much. I mean, the planet is the same. They were put in stasis, and they were pretty much awakened like a few thousand years in the future. And they get to see what the world is like and how the world needs them, and how they actually were born at one time, but they felt like they weren't meant for that time, and then their style and everything just, it kind of goes with this time they waking up in, but it still doesn't feel like they're born at that time. It's really supposed to be a comic book about myself, you know what I'm saying, the Pomegranate Samurai, and how I feel in this world, and how people around us, you know what I'm saying, not just on my journey, but your journey, you know what I'm saying, and everybody's journey in the world, how we all need other people to help us realize what our true destiny is, you know what I'm saying, like, I think nobody's destiny is truly written in stone. You can definitely miss it, you know what I'm saying, there are plenty paths you can go down, so the path to staying focused is really carved out by the people you choose to keep around you. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this layer on, and I'm going to use this layer as maybe a guide. So that way I'll know where he is, as opposed to where I want to put my second character. And my second character, his name is J-Bot. And like I said before, the character that's kneeling on the screen right now, his name is L. L means God, and then J-Bot is really more so just supposed to mean me, you know what I'm saying, because my name's, my real name is Josh, and J-Bot is supposed to be a representation of my soul, you know what I'm saying. So I thought that was I think that's pretty cool, and L is supposed to be a representation of myself, so, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I lived through a lot of broken heart and anguish, and I feel like I lived through a lot of different things. But the heartache and the pain is what usually stands out the most. Just because I feel like as humans, that's typically what we gravitate toward, is the pain. That's how you know it's real, you know? It sucks, it's like that, but that's how it goes, man. So I'm gonna start off by drawing his J-Bot's frame. I mean, this first layer I'm drawing isn't really gonna be like exact. I'm like, I might erase, I might not erase. Who knows? So let's talk after real truth and why. And why I did what I did as far as like creating After Real Truth. Because After Real Truth to me is like it's more than just a brand, it's more than a comic. It's a way of life, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I lived this. And I feel like I've always lived it. I can't even say always, man. Definitely after my daughter was born, I feel like I lived it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the little goddess, you know what I'm saying? You know, when my son was born, I feel like I lived it even more. But I was so much more aware of my energy that it's like I couldn't help it. You know what I'm saying? Like man, I was just so into it. If you guys see me talking to people, it's probably because I'm gonna be live streaming through Instagram as well. Just to see if I can get a few extra people slide through, you know, how that goes. But so why did I start After Real Truth, man? I really started After Real Truth because I felt like the point where I was at in my journey in life, I needed to know and see more. And I really mean like more in people and more in myself and more in the world. There's so much, I feel there's so much negativity just on this planet, and it's like we idolize it in a way, and we don't realize it because we're so in tune with it, but we really do. And it gets to a point where it's like it's draining, you know. I'm from Chicago, and I see things a little bit different than most people, I feel, that live here in the city. I also feel that I don't know, man. I think Chicago really gets a bad rep. More so because of ignorance. Because people like that. People like the negativities and the stuff that comes along with being from Chicago. And it's like, it's not really, like, if you really, any place has a dark side, any place has a positive side. If you look at it that way, I've met a lot of positive people in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? People really just don't focus on that as much, I feel. People just focus on like the negative limitations, blissed up, more life. I feel like Chicago really just gets a bad rep just because, I don't know, like media. If you really was in Chicago and you really lived in the streets, I mean, it's bad stuff everywhere, like I was saying, but it's really good people. And the art scene in Chicago is so vibrant and so live, and the culture is just so rich. And I can only imagine it's like that in other cities. I haven't lived in any other big cities other than Chicago, but that's where I'm from. I was in Texas, vibing out there. It's not really my vibe, bro. You know what I'm saying? Texas is just, I don't want to say nothing too bad about it, but it's weird, man. The people here, they're a little scary, man. But I don't know, man. After Real Truth to me was just something so that I could see more in not only myself but the people around me, and just it's more like me hoping and just looking towards the future and what I could build and what people around me can help me build. Because After Real Truth, I don't never feel like it was really just about me. I feel like it's a team effort for people to find their truths. And when everybody finds their truth, and everybody pretty much like can make the world a better place. You know what I'm saying? Like, people nowadays, we idolize money, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I really feel like if we took more time out just to idolize like life, you know what I'm saying, really see the value in it, put money aside for a second and just live. A lot of people think you need money to live, and I really feel like that's a goal for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, money does make things easier, but it's not a way of life for me. It sucks that I can't make money the way I want to, but I really don't let that slow me down, though. So After Real Truth was really like just a whole vibe mentally for me. And I try to spread that energy, you know what I'm saying, with the world. I first started out with After Real Truth on Tumblr. And I don't know why my Tumblr really don't have I don't know. I feel like my art is really good. I really don't know why it hasn't blown up or vibe with people like that. The people that I have found as far as like fans or my tribe, you know what I'm saying? I really want to use fans. Definitely my tribe is a lot better because they just vibe, man. Mentally, it's a whole wave. And I don't know, like, man, I'm fans of my fans. I'm fans of my tribesmen, whatever y'all want to be called out there. But After Real Truth, to me, it's really a journey. And I feel like that's what this comic is really about. It's about a journey. And like I said before, it's not even just about me. Like, it's a lot of characters in the comic book. And the characters are actually people that I know. So I just try to incorporate my real life in it because it really matters. Like, when people get to see, like, you know what I'm saying, where I'm from, the people that I've got a chance to cross paths with, people that, even if it's people I don't talk to anymore, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see it for what it was, and everything is a lesson. Everything needs to be learned from, and love was still shared and spread, you know? That's just how it goes from time to time. So I really try to use After Real Truth as the principle of how I live in my life. And I try to share that wisdom with my children and other children I come across. And I really feel like one of the main principles of After Real Truth not only is finding your truth in life, and your truth would be whatever you would deem your passion. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, like, people need to find their passion. I'll tell y'all a whole story about that in a second, but I try to spread the wisdom of what After Real Truth means. And one of the things that I think After Real Truth means to me is not only just finding your passion, but also understanding that we all are students and we all are teachers. So it's like we learn from each other, no matter what age you are. You know what I'm saying? And I really honestly believe that the younger you are, the actual more you have to teach, because you're not corrupted by the ways of this world. You're not told what to think. You know what I'm saying? Your mind is fresh. You're still from the source. So it's like you have so much to share. And we take that mind and we try to form it into something else, not understanding that mind is fresh from source, and that mind has so much to teach us about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I've learned so much about myself through my children, just watching them and how they move. And that's like, man, I learned a lot from them just watching how they move. And I learned even more listening to them talking, the type of wisdom they bestowed upon me. So it's really just important that we look towards the youth to teach us, and we guide them to be good teachers. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times, like, man, people are scared of the youth, like, especially in Chicago. They see the young boys out there standing around and they're scared of them. People don't want to cross their path. And this, to me, they never scared me. They just babies, you know what I'm saying? And they got a lot to say, but also it's just that they don't have the right role models. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of boys looking at other boys to learn how to be men. And it's the same thing with women. It's not just the boys. You know what I'm saying? We all looking for somebody to teach us. Even me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty grown, and I still look towards other males and females to teach me and guide me. And they don't even have to be older than me. I look at younger people, you know, to guide me as well. Because truth be told, you know what I'm saying, the elders they guide us, but man, when the elders are gone, we gonna be the elders. And then when we almost gone, the young ones, they gonna be the leaders. So I mean, they gonna lead you eventually. So you gotta set them in that path now so they can get a grasp of it. More bliss, more life. I wouldn't say I'm the new Malcolm, man. I'd say that I'm just me, man. Spreading love. Trying to spread some wisdom. But yeah, though, that's what I really like see At the Real Truth as a turning point for not only myself, but I could see it for the world. The only thing is like, it's the world gonna see it though. I feel like it will see it eventually, but I don't want to see it when I'm gone, because I feel like I got so many things just to help and guide and teach people. You know what I'm saying? Just from my experiences. I'm not saying that I know everything, because I really honestly don't. I just feel like I have a lot to give, and I feel like our youth, they have a lot to give, and I really think that our downfall in society as of right now is forgetting what it was like to be the youth, and forgetting that how powerless we felt when we were youth. You know what I'm saying? When we were young, man, like, man, we feel like we didn't have a voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have any power. And that's usually when people start to act out, when they feel like they don't have power. If you look at anything, when it comes to any type of uprising, you know what I'm saying, or civil war, people feel like they don't have power. And when you feel like you are not being heard in this world, or in this universe, or in this plane of existence, or whatever you want to call it, this paradigm, it's heavy because you have a voice for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole frequency. That's definitely a vibe. And you have this voice, and it's like, dang, to have something so powerful that you can call out to the heavens and not be acknowledged by the people that's around you, but the universe acknowledges you. Like, it makes you feel a certain type of way. Because first, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people don't even like vibe with the fact that the universe acknowledges them. You know what I'm saying? Then it's more important nowadays for people to be heard by their friends and their peers. Like, they don't care about the universe listening to them. I mean, and that's what I mean. We need to get out of that mode, but a lot of us really don't care about that. But to not be heard by your peers and to not be heard by your parents, it scars you. Because, you know what I'm saying, to us, you know what I'm saying, and we don't think about it like this, our parents are technically like our gods. Like, growing up, you know what I'm saying, me and my dad, we battled a lot, you know what I'm saying, like, physically, mentally, always clashing. You know what I'm saying? I even got him in a comic, like, and it's funny because a lot of the scenes with him, it's like we battle, like, just battling. And it's funny because that's just how our relationship was, but then, you know what I'm saying, closer to when he transitioned, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't battling like that. Like, we really vibed, and we really took a chance to really sit down and talk, and he got to see what type of man I actually had grown to become, you know, and I got to really vibe with the man that he was, that everybody else saw, because, you know what I'm saying, we don't always see our parents the way that other people see them, and that's pretty hard too, because, you know what I'm saying, the whole time you could be like, oh man, my parents suck, and everybody else be like, oh man, your parents are so cool, and you're like, what the fuck? What are you seeing that I don't see? And you know what I'm saying, like, that can be hard too though, growing up and not seeing that. But that's just how it goes sometimes, man. We learn, and when we get older and we get a chance to be parents, we start to really truly understand what it was and why our parents did the things that they did. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's truly a learning experience and a way to reflect. And I feel like on this path, a lot of us, we have many truths, and in this reality we live in, there are so many truths to be acknowledged. But you know what I'm saying, there's only gonna be one real truth in it all. You know what I'm saying? And we really gotta buckle down and find that's that passion. Like, what are you passionate about? So many people can't answer that question, and when I meet people You know what I'm saying? That's why I made that. That's why I honestly made my slogan for After Real Truth. What is your truth? Because I feel like if you can find in yourself what your truth is, and you can share that with others with no hesitation. You know what I'm saying? You speak it proud. You know who you are. Like, it just does something to you. And that's not to deter people who don't know. Because a lot of people don't know. And sometimes that frustrates people when they don't know. But, like, I know somebody, man. I had a friend, man. And she literally gets sad because she feels like she has, like, no passion in life. She feels like she has no skills. She talks to me and she be like, I'm so lucky for being able to, like, draw the way I do. And, man, it took some time to learn how to draw the way I do. And I don't even feel like I'm the best. I just feel like I've found my own lane. And I watch other people to get better. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really feel like, how can I put it? Like, I don't really feel that it's something that can't be acquired. I don't really feel like drawing is a talent for me. So many people will call it a talent. I think it definitely is my passion though, because I put a lot of my heart and I put a lot of my emotions into it, at the risk of self-destruction sometimes, I feel. But then it's like, man, what is art worth if it's not, like, charged with that type of energy? The world needs that. It needs that passion, needs that raw energy so that people can see there are other things out here. So you put your time and effort in. You can't get your time and effort back. And just because you get money for your time and your effort doesn't always mean that it's worth it. Money is going to come and go. I don't feel like art is something that's going to come and go. I feel like art is always something that's going to be here to stay. And that's like forever. You look at a lot of these artists who live back in like 17th century, 16th century, and stuff like that. And like, even when you take it back to the caveman joints, they was drawn on walls, and it's like people are still discovering it now. And it's like, we don't really know the emotional state they were in because there wasn't a lot of emotion put into that work, so we could tell. Like, I've never seen it myself personally, so I can't really say there was no emotion put into it. Because sometimes with art, man, you can't just really look at it and like feel it. Sometimes you gotta be there, and sometimes you gotta look at it, you gotta touch it. You know what I'm saying? Not to sound weird, but sometimes you do though. You know what I'm saying? Art to me is like a whole nother sense. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the other senses, you know what I'm saying? There's so many different styles of art. You know what I'm saying? You can listen to art. You can eat it. You know what I'm saying? Mentally and spiritually digest it. And I feel like that's why After Real Truth is so powerful, because, you know what I'm saying, at the very base of it, it is art. And when you abbreviate After Real Truth, it spells art. I was lucky enough to, it's a girl on Instagram, my Instagram page, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can follow it, by the way, on YouTube. It's After Real Truth. And even if y'all go on YouTube, y'all can check me out. I'm live right now. You know what I'm saying? It's After Real Truth on YouTube. My Twitter is After Real Truth 7. And man, bro, like, it's this girl on Instagram. I don't know her name. Like, I knew her name, but I forgot it. But I was literally the only person like tagging my work After Real Truth. And After Real Truth has been like my brand title for like over 15 years. And I seen she was tagging her stuff as After Real Truth, and she just started like last year, so I had hit her up, and I thought it was gonna be kind of weird because that's the type of person I am. I like to make friends like a child. I see everything in the eyes of a child. So when it comes to me making friends, if I think you cool, you know what I'm saying, and I think you might vibe, shit, I'm just gonna hit you up. You know what I mean? And we just gonna talk like that. If it make you feel uncomfortable, I understand. But that's just not the type of person I am. Like, I try my best not to be uncomfortable when it comes to making friends and stuff like that. So I had hit her up, and we had talked for a bit, and she was real chill. Matter of fact, I think she like real young. So I was just talking to her and I was asking her like, yo, what makes you tag yourself After Real Truth? And she was like, After Real Truth is just what art means to me. And I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. Cause that's what After Real Truth is. It's like I was literally looking for something to abbreviate for the word art. And then that's what I came up with. So to see somebody with the same exact frequency, you know what I'm saying? That shit blew my mind because I'm like, what? How did that even happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Like somebody else, a whole different soul. I never met her. I think she lives in like Austin, Texas. And like I said, I'm from Chicago, so the shit was so mind blowing to me when it was brought to my attention and me and her conversed. And I'm just like, oh shit, that's nuts. A wise man had once told me, it was an elder. He told me two things. He told me, one, the art that I make is not my own. It wasn't meant for me, so don't keep it to myself. And that made me think like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm making, probably not even from my mind, it's from some other place that I'm in tune with. And it's not for me. Art is truly not for the artist. Art is for the people who cannot channel their energy and their emotions into the physical, so that we can help heal everybody around us. You know what I'm saying? That's why art is so profound. People see it and it's like they feel away. You know what I'm saying? It does something to the soul. So it's really an obligation, if you are an artist or if you do want to pick up the skill in art, and that you take it seriously, because the world needs it. It's inspiration to people who don't have inspiration. And the second thing the old man had told me was, he was pretty much telling me that anybody who has an idea, you are connected to other people around the world. So what idea you have is also an idea that somebody else is going to have at the same exact time somewhere else in the world. And that has been confirmed to me so many times. Just off the simple fact is like, man, I've been meeting people that's doing some pretty cool stuff. Like I met a guy at the job I was working at. He was working for a temp agency, you know what I'm saying? And he actually has a comic book, and he got robots in his comic book. And it was like our stories was so similar. It was quite mind blowing. But man, this dude, we just vibed heavy. He actually still my homie, and we write our comic books together actually. You know what I'm saying? Like which is crazy. I think the name of his comic is called Holy Drip. I'm pretty sure it is. You know what I'm saying? He got it like a trademark and everything already. I'm not gonna say too much else about his comic because, you know what I'm saying, he working on it. So it was just so crazy that our stuff had linked up. And my stuff is called After Real Truth, and his was called Holy Drip. So I was like, damn, that was kind of mind bending. And then we just started talking about like characters and stuff like that. And like he's still more so like in a character concept phase of his art with it. I'm not really in the character concept as much. I can't say that I'm not, because I'm always adding new robots and stuff to my storyline, and the robots are really truly metaphorical for people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are a high form of technology. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really think about it, you know, our body has electrical signals from the brain. You know what I'm saying? We have veins and arteries and stuff like that. So it's different, because one takes in blood with oxygen, one brings away blood with no oxygen. It's almost like a positive and negative frequency. You know what I'm saying? We have nanotechnology in us. You don't have to tell your body when to heal and stuff like that. So you really are a very high form of technology, and that's what the robots represent. You know what I'm saying? And we're even going more so into a more technological era when it comes to us trying to put ourselves with our technology, which, I don't know, bro. That shit's crazy. I don't know why people would want to do that, but it's what it is. I mean, everybody's going to do their own thing regardless. I don't have to do it. But it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what the robots represent. And I've had people tell me they don't really dig robots and stuff like that. And I'd be like, dang, you don't have to really dig robots. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to look at it as a robot. Look at it as a person. Robots are just what I'm drawing them as. They're still representations of people, because the majority of the robots in my comic book are actually real people that I know. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you peep it and you ever see a robot that looks like you or acts like you, shit, it probably is you the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Because the robots, when I make robots, it depends on how you act in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, how I see you, how you depict yourself is usually how I'm gonna depict you in the comic book. So if I feel like you a bad guy, you're gonna be a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? I know some people that are not bad guys. It's like my relatives and stuff like that, and they literally wanted to be bad guys for the comic book. I got a cousin, they call him Moon, and he got a character, and he is the Moon Devil. That's his thing. Like, that's what he wanted to be, the Moon Devil. And that's what I made him. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, man, you can never have too many bad guys or anti-heroes. But we do lose our way. So eventually, I feel like we all become bad guys to somebody. And somebody is as we a villain. You know what I'm saying? We can't be a hero to everybody. That's just life. That's a tough lesson to learn, too. There's always a protagonist and there's always an antagonist somewhere. But, man, I know that this comic book is so ill. Like, man, it's just starting, so it's kind of like, I can't say it's kind of just dry because I don't feel like it is. Some people might feel like it is. Like, when people like something that's boring, when I think about like something that's boring that I've seen, I'll probably think about like the first few Hulk movies or all the Fantastic Four movies. I don't feel like my stuff is on that level of boring. Like, that shit was so dry. But I feel like my robots got some pretty dope powers. I feel like, you know, I want to tell you guys more about the comic book, but for my homies who know it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even, I don't know, like, y'all already know what the deal is, but I can't tell nobody else because I'm going to ruin the story. But I want to tell it so bad because the story is so powerful, and I feel like I could have definitely done the story backwards, and it still would have been like really good, and the storyline would have still been just as potent. But I don't know. I don't want to give too much away because I be seeing comics that do that, like Boruto. That shit's so lit. Like, he started from the very end, just a glimpse of the end, and then it jumped all the way back to the beginning. And I like stuff like that, but I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I want to, though, because that shit is so lit. But what I can say is that backstory and like the world and all that shit for the storyline is gonna be real ill. Like, y'all gonna like the settings. Also, like, I got my clothing brand, you know what I'm saying? You can check it out. It's called After Real Truth as well. You know what I'm saying? That the clothing brand actually came before the comic, but I always had the robot characters, and I mean, I didn't always want to make a comic. I wanted to do the clothes, and the clothes were like high vibrational type stuff, you know what I'm saying? Frequencies, research. I do like, man, hours upon hours of research went into doing like just one design. Some of the designs I made came from like weeks of research and listening to scholars and lectures, like 4 or 5 hour lectures. And I know there was a few lectures that I had vibe with that was like damn near 30 hours from some of the greatest. And it's like, man, I put all that into the designs, and then I was pushing the designs, and I saw the designs, they wasn't really moving. But that was like, man, a few years ago. I was doing, when I had just started, I don't feel like it was vibing, people was vibing with it. But people are definitely more so or that way now, though. It's just finding a way to really market it, you know what I'm saying, to get it out there more. I've been doing a little promotional stuff with Instagram and Facebook, so I mean, my stuff has been picking up. I just did me a new website on what is that called, man? Let me go check this out. Threadless, that's what it's called. I forgot what it was called. It's so funny. Yeah, so y'all can go check that out though. Actually, it's an After Truth at Threadless. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to vibe with some of these videos, y'all can always hit that like button. Even though I think it's so weird to say that, hit the like button, subscribe, share, do what you feel. Just as long as you come back and chill with your boy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can feel free to hit me up in the little comment joints too though. You know what I'm saying? I got people chatting with me on Instagram, but you know what I'm saying? We can always vibe on YouTube as well. I don't even know if I had started a message board or not. I think I might need to draw like one more thing. Actually, I think I might make this dude too big and shrink him down some. What we got? I'm gonna shrink this dude down some, man. He is definitely too big. But that's the magic of working with the computer. Yeah, that look about right. Wait, he still might be a little too big. Gotta play the size. I gotta remember that L is kneeling down too. Yeah, that should look about right. Oh, it's 11. Where you at? It's 12:01 where I am. Bro, I'm still just psyched about this comic book, man, because I haven't talked about this comic book for years, and I never really like put the energy in to do it because I don't know. I guess I was just making excuses, no capping. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with y'all, you know, so slow motion on it. I felt like I don't know. A part of me was insecure about it. I felt like nobody really dig it. So then I was feeling the way. So that's why I didn't do it. But then I started thinking to myself, like, damn, if I don't do it, I'm kind of going to be playing myself and playing my shorties. Because, you know what I'm saying? My daughter likes to draw. My son likes to draw. Why not show them what they could be doing? You know what I'm saying? As opposed to trying to show them that they could be working for somebody. I feel like we do that a lot to our youth. I don't know at what point in life that started happening this to where we started teaching our youth like, hey man, just work for somebody else. When did that happen? When did our elders stop teaching us to work for ourselves? We need to find a time machine and go back to that time when they started teaching us not to do that stuff and slap somebody. Dang, where is the picture of this sword at? So in my comic book, the characters they carry these two different swords. I don't really want to give that away, but I think I could talk about that a little bit just to get you guys into it more. But they're supposed to be, like in a lot of good cartoons, there are always sacred weapons, you know what I'm saying? But these weapons aren't it's not that they're sacred, they're more so forgotten. But the robots, they rediscover them because they need them to do something pivotal for the planet. And I feel like even the weapons that I have in this comic book are very spiritual weapons. Man, I don't even feel like I'm going in, man. I really just feel like I don't talk enough. I don't know, these videos be so weird to me sometimes. It's so weird just talking to myself. I wish I really just had somebody sit next to me and to talk. That should be making it way easier, but... So, to the people that's on the gram, this is one of the swords that one of my characters draw. I call it the sword. It's a lotus.
You know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna come up with another name for it before I put it in the comic book, but as of right now, this is the Diamond Lotus Sword, and it pretty much is like it's supposed to be a weapon, but it's more so supposed to be a tool for holding information. As you know, I don't know if you guys know, but crystals are used in computers. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, it's like in their world, since they are robots, you know what I'm saying? Like it's some high form of technology on their planet and stuff like that. So they do use some pretty freaky stuff. It's not too far fetched though. But this sword is supposed to be made out of diamond, and most of that planet is actually made out of crystal. So this sword it's made out of diamond, but it's also supposed to be it's supposed to hold information, like the information of the universe and like how everything began and stuff like that. And that goes, I really want to tell y'all so much about it because I've been writing this story like for a minute in my head. I really, like within the last few months, started writing it more so out. You know what I'm saying? I was told not to hold it in my head and to get it out and write it. And so that's what I have been doing. And this just really been coming together even more so. And that's just got me like extra geeked up about it. I'm trying to see how I'm gonna draw this one there. I like everything about this sword is so fresh to me. Like, and not just the fact that I drew it, but if somebody else had drew it too, I would have probably found it to be just as fresh. It kind of surprised me sometimes with some of the stuff that I be drawing, because I be like, damn, where is this coming from? How did I even make this? I try to learn not to question the process, though. You know what I'm saying? What comes to me. It's meant for me. But this sword is definitely legit. Like the other sword that my other robot carries, it's called the Cypress, and that's another sacred plant. My bad. From that they really use in Egypt, and these actually are two sacred spiritual plants I use. They were highly regarded in Egypt for their medicinal purposes and their healing qualities and stuff like that. And that's why I named them what I named them, because of the way they heal and the spiritual meaning behind them. So the Lotus Sword is pretty potent, and I feel like the Cypress Sword is really cool too, though. The Cypress Sword is actually a combination of 3 tuning forks. And maybe I'll sit down and I'll try that out one day for you people on YouTube to see it, because you all can't see it because I'm drawing this picture right now. But the two swords, when brought together in harmony, they actually are a force for a greater good. More so like if I can, like a God. It's like a God frequency. And they use these things to transcend space and time, and they can travel through portals with these things when they start to actually understand the power of them. Which won't be for some time, because that's further down the line. That's what I'm saying. I'm kind of giving you guys some spoilers right now on what I'm doing. I probably shouldn't be, but you know what I'm saying. Like, that shouldn't really hurt the storyline at all. It's gonna be dope when you guys really see it though in play. But yeah, these guys are pretty lit to me, man. Like, they vibe so well. They always arguing, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a good representation of the body and soul, because that's what they represent. J-Bot's supposed to be the soul, L's supposed to be the body, and they're always trying to be in balance, you know what I'm saying? And just level each other out. And it's hard on that journey to find that perfect harmony of body and soul, but when it is found, true power is born. So I feel like I'm done with the drawing process, the penciling. I'm about to start inking it now. And then we can go in, and then after we ink it, we can color it. Also, something else I've been learning, just watching people on YouTube doing their thing. Use different pen tips. Like I found yesterday as I was drawing, I was using the tapered pen. I think that's the pen I was using. Was I using the tapered pen? I might have been using the tapered pen, or I might have been using. No, I think I was using the tapered pen or the textured pen. But these pens are really interesting when you start diving into using different ones. Because typically what I do when I draw anything for my comic, I use a thicker brush. And I've been finding that using thinner brushes are really the best way to get a really professional look when you're doing this stuff. I don't know why I was so in love with like thicker lines. I just been looking for a way for my stuff to look on the next level. And last night, as I was drawing, I was really taking some of the advice from the other artists about the line work, and the guy was talking about having confidence in your line work. Every stroke has to look like it has a certain level of confidence, or people won't believe it. Because if your line work doesn't have confidence, then it looks like you don't believe it. So that's been kind of something I've been trying to really get down with. I don't know why YouTube acting funny. It's always saying in my videos ain't playing word or something. I'm in love with this pen though, like sheesh, man. Just the way it looks is so fresh. I got a few designs that I've done that I was doing. I'm editing. It's taking me so long because I'm doing like several other things too. I was working on my online shop, trying to get some orders and stuff for that. So I've been promoting that real heavy. Again, y'all want to go to my online shop and just purchase a few things to support. You know what I'm saying? Like that'd be appreciated. You know what I'm saying? I got some pretty cool stuff on there, man. I got some more life. I got some more life and more bliss stuff on there. But yeah, that definitely would be appreciated though. And that's After Real Truth at Threadless. They actually got some pretty good prints. Before I was doing all my print work myself, but now that I'm working with them, I don't have to do the print work, so I really don't. And that takes a lot off my hands as well. They actually got some really good product. I mean, they don't do the designs. I have to do all my own designs, of course, but they do all the printing and they do the shipping. So you guys will definitely get it in a timely manner. I'm telling y'all, bro. Y'all just wait, man. I feel like After Real Truth right now is a little underrated. You know what I'm saying? I tried to get in with like a publisher. He's this dope publisher I wanted to get down with, but they wasn't vibing with me for some odd reason, and I really don't even know why. Like it was crazy. The name of the stuff is called Saturday AM, and I was really trying to get in with them. They did not hit me back, so I was like, "Dang, it must not be feeling it." We shouldn't hurt my feelings. This is what it is. Everybody ain't gonna be feeling everything. That's how it goes. As an artist, that's one thing I learned, man. A lot of the times, the people that's right there with you won't even be feeling what you're doing. Put some of the Lotus leaves on there. Which is so interesting because on here, like the Lotus leaves are white.